Well, hello, and welcome to Marty Plays Games. We are on the weekend stream. It is a Saturday, and we are taking a look at Block Factory on the PC. This one comes from developer Overpowered Team, published by Shiro Unlimited, and released on the 11th of July 2025. Block Factory is a relaxing and creative building game where you craft delightful 3D figurines from blocks, shape your designs and build flowing production lines in a peaceful factory world. So we're not going to have little critters attacking us in this one. But I do wonder if Lego had a word. We will have a quick look at the settings momentarily. I'm just looking for a version number here and I can't see one. Well, this one is a simulation, automation management and puzzle game. It has 235 reviews. 77% of those are positive, given a mostly positive rating. And you can pick this one up at the moment at a 30% discount for £5.95. That is GB pounds. So, settings then. We don't have much here. We have language options, auto saves, camera speed, edge movement, which was on by default, I have turned off. On video, it claims it's full screen. It's not. It doesn't seem to be any different from borderless windowed. So that isn't working. So it's not really in 1440p because it hasn't actually changed the resolution. It may be rendering at that, but it seems to be doing the same as borderless to me. Because I also can't change my FPS limit. VSync is on, and I should be able to change that to 120 because that's what I'm VSyncing at. There you go. We have general option, general music volume of 2. These were all set at 7. I've turned music down as well. Just left that one at 7. And those are all of our settings. All of them. I am playing this on mouse keyboard, so I haven't inverted the y-axis, even though that would be the correct way to use a pad. So we're going to get into a game. We are going to build these things, maybe. Pandas. Nice. And are they sheep or camels? I can't really tell. Possibly camels. They've got a bit of a hump there. We also have a creative mode, and we have links for Steam, Twitter, and Discord, and we can report bugs down there. So we are going to go to Pioneers Land, and I guess we're going to go to the ocean because that is the only one that we can play. Welcome. Find the extraction area of the piece you see at the compass, bottom left. And place a piece dispenser over them. That camera movement's a little bit too fast, I think. Let's turn that down. That's a bit better. Do you think it means putting the thing over that? Hotkeys. Oh, does it mean over there? Ah, there we go. Gotcha, right. So, movement, blocks. We need a piece dispenser. Ah, did we put that in the wrong way around? Rotate. Damn it. Right, how do we delete then? Like that. Next machine, piece dispenser. There we go. So this going that should put our pieces out now. I think we did put that out the wrong way before, and we need what then? We've got to go up here. Why is it still? Does it want us to click on that? Okay, we've got to do it again now. Didn't we just do it over there? I mean, we'll use this one then. Rotate. And now we need conveyor belts. Locked, no. Gluing. Stacking. Why does that say wrong? Oh, I think that's a destroyer, not a conveyor belt. That'll be why then. Where the bloody hell is belts then? Ah, there we go. It might be better. I want to rotate you. Oh, come on. Why can't you be like Factorio? It's not rotate him. Flip. I ain't flipping either. Let's see. Ah. That is quite a slow rotation. Now wait for things to be delivered. Fabulous. I think we can speed up the key rotations thing. Oh, come on. Camera rotation will speed up to 6. That's a bit better. Increase your productions of each figurine to get coins. To upgrade or get better machines. Find the extraction area for 2 bottom pieces. Place 2 dispensers there. I think those would be those ones then. So we want a machine. Piece dispenser. Anchor. Why? What? Wait. Maybe we ought to wait for that then. Stacking. Stacker. Cool. And I suppose we want to get that comes out of that. We have to configure the stacker first though. Configure. Your figure is not completely stacked. Rotate. It's not completely stacked. How is it not stacked? Ah, we need to put it on that one. Do we? Ah. It looked like it was stacked, but it actually wasn't. So that's what we want. Good. That needs a completer then. We're going to use another stack and we will split our production to optimize it. Okay. We need to do what? Stack them on top of each other, apparently. Rotate. Well, I have no idea what that actually is, but fine. And then we've got to do a delivery. Nice. Let's do that then. I mean, I kind of like... Oh god, that's not what I wanted. Come on. Go. We've given them some algae. Did we win? I'm not sure if we won. Have we got to get the goal of that? Is that what we're trying to get? 144 a minute? 144 units a minute? So we need to build some more, do we? Because they ain't going very fast, are they? Let's try doing that then. If that's the goal, then maybe we need to do that. Blocks, extractor. So we'll try that. I mean, it's not telling us to do that, but that is what we will do. Oh, hang on. That was, yeah, 2 by 2, so... I mean, the actual conveyor belts do things pretty quick. So, we want that on there. Save. And then we want to do another one of those. And another stacker. That's a bit hard to say, though. Is that not right? No, we missed again. So let's put our stackers there. Hopefully that's enough to Get it at the right things. Are we building the same thing? Starfish. Wrong, apparently. Glue. Oh, I don't know. Maybe that's the one that's wrong. That is really hard to see. Right, now we need to do starfish. We're winning. I think. Maybe. Looking at those, we need to combine that maybe with that. I think that's right. Oh, we've already got one of those, look. We'll use that one. And that one. Gluing, yes. We'll get some out of here. And some out of here. Oh, hang on, is that the one we want? Yeah. So gluing. We need to glue things together. So I think we're going to need 2 of these. Where is that output on that one? Going to do an output on that one to there. So let's set up our gluing machine. We want to glue that to that. And then this one, glue. Oh, why isn't that outputting? Because we have an output in the right place. So let's pull that one there. Starfish. So looks pretty good to me. And we need that to go into there. I reckon we're doing pretty well so far. Making up as we go along. Now we need to introduce a cutter. It's introducing these different concepts to us, so we'd want to do a turtle. So a turtle is tiny blocks. I think we glue 2 of those together. And we need to chop off the ends of these, don't we? I think that's what that is. Well, that's just an assembler piece, maybe. Right. Oh, chopping that one. So we need 4 pieces of those, 1 of those, and 2 of those. So if we have 2 coming out of here, two coming out of here, we need a gluing machine. We want these. Like that. Yeah, I think. We want 2 of those doing that. Easy peasy. Shame that we can't copy from somewhere else. Good. Nice. Right, what else do we need? We need to extract these ones, so that's going to be an assembler, but we want that one, that's going to be a cutter. So, where is this one? That is going to cut. Cutter. Are we just going to throw those other bits away, are we? Seems rather wasteful. Right. So these we need to glue together. Or do we need to assemble those? I think we need to do one glue. I don't know whether we need to glue or assemble now. Maybe glue. I don't really see the difference. So I think that's a stacker, so we need one of these coming through. We need 2 of these. That we need a glue in. So we glue these 2 together, and then it should be a case of stacking those other things together, yeah? I think that is the case. Although we can only have one going in there. Save. Right. We're nearly there, we're nearly there. Oh. Your figure is not completely glued. Alright, so then we can't do it like that, can we? Maybe we need to glue the other bit first. Rotate. Your figure is not completely glued. Alright. So not a gluer then. Stacker? I think that looks pretty good. It's close to a turtle. I mean, I don't have eyes on mine, but I think that's pretty where it's supposed to be. Just about. We'll soon find out. I reckon that's pretty good. Complete the diorama. Now you can open the diorama by clicking on the altar. Ah. Oh, I see. There we go. Diorama complete. Well, aren't we an expert? Next level. Upgrade your machines. After getting some coins, you can use them to upgrade or better machines. Upgrade. I want to upgrade my stack. You're able to use 1 extra units of pieces to send to any... Yes. We'll do that. We'll upgrade our gluer as well. We've got 2 coins. So we'll stack 3. Nice. We'll do the farm now then. First is a pumpkin. So a pumpkin looks to have 1 of those blocks, 2 of those blocks, and 1 of those blocks. And then 1 of those blocks. I wish it kept that open, I do. So we need 1 of those, 2 of those, A sloper. You can modify something using the sloper machine. Ah, okay. So we've got to chop one of these ones into a sloper then, by the looks of things. This is a new thing that they've introduced to us again. A sloper. We'll do you there. Do you there. Slope. I want the slope machine. We want that one, don't we? And we want a stacking, I think. See, I can't actually rotate it while I'm on there, but I think that's what we want. While I'm holding it. That would be nice to be able to do. So that's the first part of that then. And what are these? I think those are the other ones that we need. So we need a piece dispenser there. And we need another stacker. No, a stacker, I want a stacker. And I want a bit coming off here. And another stacker. Right, where's my last bit? That one there. Get out of the way. Give me some stacks. Cool. Bring that into the machine. That's all we have to do now. It is quite a nice and relaxing game. No pressure. A bit like Shapes in that way. But with blocks. Now we've got to do a bluebird. So that has, so we can see those. Oh, we need to paint stuff. Maybe we need to cut that in half. White. Blue. Well, we definitely want that one going into a blue, don't we? So let's see if we can see any blues anywhere around. There's a blue. We need quite a few blues, I think. Maybe if we do a splitter on that. Cutter. Is that a cutter? Can we cut straight away, do you think? Want you. Thank you. You. We want you to be the same thing again. Right, so we have all of these shapes. Now we can squish them, can't we? A squisher. So we need a squisher there and a squisher there. We want that one to be that shape. Oh, that's going to be... Well, I mean, we can do that. Let's squish it that way. And then we'll have another cutter there. And we'll have another squisher here. That will turn blue. And that needs to cut. So that needs to cut. That one needs to cut. So that we need to squish that way. That needs to cut to that. And that one we need to cut to that. And now we need to colour things. So we need to colour these things blue. But that one we need to keep. So have we got any singles? I don't see any singles. That's a bit annoying. But there's our blue paint, I think. Alright, well, we can pull another one out of here, can't we? We'll just have that going straight into some cutters. Cut and cut. Cut. Grand. We almost have everything we need now. We just need to bring these down to here. Where's a painter? We want a dye dispenser. And that is a painter. Alright, so we'll have a few of these. So I think we're going to need 3. We'll have these running this way. Well, hopefully this is going to work. Maybe we need to Maybe this will work, I don't know. We need... Let's move it. Can we move it? We can. That one I want to move. Over there. Okay, good. So, how do we move stuff out of here then? Movement. That's a teleporter. Oh, alright. So... Good, that worked. Right, we need to have the same kind of thing here, but we'll teleport all the way through this time. And this one to there. And all we need to do now is just join them all up. Will that automatically teleport, do you think? No, I don't think it will it? And out of here. Finally, this one. Our teleporters. We'll teleport through and then we'll do the assembly on this side. Good. I think we've got all of our pieces now. So we need that on the bottom. And that above it. So the first thing that we'll do, we need to glue those two parts together, look. So we need the single... Oh, that's a bit awkward. We need the single one and the beak one. So really, we need to split those the other side, don't we? We need to, yes, we need to glue those two together, and then we need to put those on those, and then that on the top. So let's teleport this. Let's teleport these two forward, so we've got space to assemble these two together. Glue, where's my glue in? Needs input. Oh, fucking hell, come on. Rotate. And bring that one on. So that, I think. Oh, come on. Yes, that is our beak, isn't it? And then we have. That's the top piece. Bloody hell. Move. No. Delete. Right, now we can glue them, stack them. Stack. Yes, good. Save. And finally, I mean, it's not the most efficient factory path in the world, but are you little shitbag? Let's stack those together. Well, I mean, that was a bit of a complicated effort, wasn't that? There we go. Rotate. Let's deliver. Now we're going to do a crow. Of course we have. Yellow, yellow, black, black. What is that? So that's a 4x4. So we've got a 4x4 that we've got to paint black. But these ones Crushers. Destroy a block to obtain the die of that block. Oh. How many black pieces do we have? So what do we get out of this then? Do we just get paint? I mean? Yes, I think that's all we're getting. Fine. I think that's going to be enough for that anyway. So we do have a 4-piece there though. We want that coming out of here. So let us bung this one up here. Have that coming down here. Painter. Good, so we've got square blocks now. So we've got the first part that we need, which is that one. And then we need 2 of those in black. And we also need one of these squished. So let's do that. We need a squisher piece. It needs to be that one. And we need another one of these, but in half. Oh, we need 2 of those. Right. So we need to squish. And we need to crush. Oh, no, we've done it the way around, haven't we? We need downward ones. Good, we've got 2 downward ones. So we've got the yellow pieces that we need. We just need downward ones of the black ones. What's coming out of these ones? Can't tell, it's 1 times 2 sloped. Yes, well, yes, 1, 2, 10, S. I don't like that it disappears when you zoom in on it. That's a bit annoying, because I can't tell what that is now. Anyway, we need an extractor for 2 of those. And we need to assemble those 2 together. So that is a gluer that we need here. You little shit. Last thing we need then. It's two shapes like that. So we need to dye stuff. Ah. No, that's the wrong. Let's split those two. What is that one? Wedge shape. I can't see what that is. Let's extract it just so we can see what's coming out of that. Because now we can see, look. Right, that's what I want. So I just want to have something now that double cuts on that. Oh. We can cut straight to that. So we don't need both of those. But we do need to make them black though. We got nothing closer? No. Of course we haven't. Colours, crushers, please. Right, let's bring these up here. And painters. This is all we need. Oh, no, hang on. Painter. Well, I think we've got all the shapes we need now, so all we have to do now is assemble stuff. So. Those are our black things there. So we've already got these ones assembled for us. That's the black cutting. Oh, alright. That one is the jewel thing. That goes on its top of its head. So we need the two feet gluing together. So we chop them and glue them back together. Hang on, where are you? Where's my feet gone? Don't know where my feet are. Those are my feet here. These ones we need to join back together. So let's have a glue in. So those are our feet. We need to have the black ones stacked on top of the square one. So where's our square? Where's our black square? That's our black square. That's quite convenient. We'll bring him around here. I think that's right. So we now have those two flappy bits. Where are those? These are them here, aren't they? Yep. So these ones we need to glue together. It's hard work, this game. And we need to glue the beak to this part. So we need another gluing bit now. Now where's our yellow beaks? There's our yellow beaks. It's trying to find everything that is the problem. Right, we need to glue those to the yellow beaks. Where's our crow feet? Where's our other station at? There's our crow bits there. Right. Now. That's the other bit. Is that the last bit we need? Are those the last two bits? We need... Oh. Right, we need to stack these two on top of each other. And then we've got one more bit that we need to do, which I think is that bit. Yeah. Right. So we've got these three bits. Actually, that's not worked out too badly. Teleporter. Oh, come on. Teleporter. This is almost there. So we need to stack these two things on top of each other, and then we need to stack this onto here, and then we're nearly done. That is the feet at the bottom. Does it stick out? It does. Right. So the last thing we need to do then, stack this on top of that. I think that's our crow. We will soon find out. And a scarecrow. Of course it's got to do a scarecrow. Well, as you can see, we now have a super stacker. This just gets more and more complicated and you're doing more and more complex block shapes. It is Legos in factory form is what you are doing. And actually it's not too bad. I mean, there's a relaxing factory game, similar to Shapes. I think that's pretty good. It's quite cheap. As I said, this can be picked up for £5 and 95 pence in a minute, so just about £6. And I think for that price, definitely worth it. But that is all from me for today. I shall be back again tomorrow with another game for my pile of shame. Until then, I hope you have a pleasant evening, and I shall see you later.